And we have a new licensed theme being launched by LEGO, Wednesday. I mean the character, not the day of the week. It is inspired by the 2022 Netflix TV series, and now it appears in the world of the colorful elements. Well, in this case, they are actually very dark. Of the two known sets, not counting Brickheads, this was the one that caught my attention the most because of some new elements it appears to have, and for that reason, it is the first one that I will review. 76781 Wednesday and Enid's dorm room contains 750 elements and a retail price of €90 or dollars, equivalent to a price per piece of 12 cents. It will be released on October 1st, just in time for Halloween. I was a fan of the 90 movies and also of the older TV series, and I confess I am very curious to watch Wednesday. I haven't seen it yet, and maybe many of you haven't either, so I'll try not to give too many spoilers. The set contains 4 mini dolls, 2 to represent each one of the characters, Wednesday and Enid. Each one has a more casual version, although in Wednesday's case it's not that casual, and another one showing what they wore when they went to a special dance. Either version is very detailed, with the casual ones even having prints on their feet. Starting with the assembling of the set, it is divided into 7 bags. First, we start with the structure of the house, the loft or the room, and as we build, a distinction is made by the color of the floor. On one side it's grey, on the other lavender. The decoration of the room is also completely different as shown in the Netflix series, since these characters are the complete opposite of each other. Wednesday's room is darker and recreates some details from the series. For example, the bed doesn't appear that often, and neither does it in the set. The highlight is the desk, the table with books and lamp, the stand with the black cello, the armchair, the gramophone, and at the top, a beautiful chandelier. And it's totally colorful with ribbons and hanging along the bed and on the walls, lots of stuffed animals and pillows, a very colorful rug, pictures of plants and unicorns, and some accessories like roller skates, headphones, and even cat ears that she wore in a particular scene. And there is also a lamp on the ceiling that is completely different from the one on the other side of the room. Outside, we have a roof that practically occupies the walls, except for the central area with a huge and iconic stained glass window, divided into 2 patterns, one darker and the other one more colorful. It is placed with the bar it has on the top. We finished the roof with a very interesting technique to place it in the necessary angles, which could be somewhat problematic depending on the way we hold the set. The safest way is from the base and never from the roof, especially the corners. The only thing remaining to be built is a balcony with 2 pillars and an element that I haven't seen before and that had already been used in the gramophone, which allows you to create a very nice effect at the top of the side pillars. The highlight here is the 4 gargoyles, a really cool element that I hope will appear in more sets. Curious detail is a visible stud on the handrail, presumably to place the thing, but in the image of the box and instructions it never appears there. And speaking of which, the thing is a new and very interesting element. Despite its shape, bars won't clip here, but it has enough opening to clutch a stud or even a character's hand. However, on studs, it doesn't have the same clutch power as a normal element. Finally, all that remains is to assemble the drawers where the ball or party versions of the 2 characters will be placed. Wednesday, wearing a formal dress, brings 3 more accessories. A black dahlia, a drink, and a tile with the image of what seems to me, and spoiler alert, that Tyler is in fact, I'm not going to say it. In the other drawer we have Enid with a pen, a drink, and a cell phone. And another detail hidden in the attic, a tile with a sticker showing a board with the clues that Wednesday is collecting and analyzing to try to solve a certain mystery. And here is a finished set. In conclusion, the set has interesting elements, mostly in dark colors, black and grey, which are always useful, and some new elements where I highlight, for example, the hand, the thing, a black cello, the stained glass, the windscreen, with double print, and my favorites, the gargoyles. I'm not within the target group for this set, even though I'm a fan of the character, but I enjoyed building it. Some interesting techniques, such as the rooftop and the placement of the several sides of it, although I consider it somewhat fragile, or even the balcony columns. Yes, everyone wanted minifigures, but we get mini dolls. However, these are very detailed, with prints even on the feet. I believe for adults it will be more of a display set, while for younger fans it will be a nice play set. The room is divided in two, depending on each character's area. There are a lot of things hidden there, and some Easter eggs as well. Furthermore, we have the drawers, which are used here to hide the party version of each character, but which can also be used to place other types of accessories. Too bad the rest of the mansion wasn't included. If it had it, along with minifigs, I believe there will be a lot of adults wanting to have it. Despite being a 10+ age set, it has a few and advanced techniques and nice interiors. So, what is your opinion on the set? Are you going to buy it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you Lego and the Land for sending the set for review. Opinions on it are my own. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the reviews of the other theme sets and its respective speed builds in the upcoming days, as well as some more novelties. And most importantly, play well.